Well, good afternoon everybody. Here we are again, tile 8 of 24 on our Sanntangle Advent tile sort of project. I don't know what we want to call it really, challenge. Here we go. So what have we got? I've got 2 other tiles out today because obviously this is the first one that's going to meet and talk into each one of those. So if I look here, I've got, look, number 2. And I've got number 4, so it's nice to sort of remember which ones you're doing. And I'm not sure whether I want to sort of keep them together completely all the time, or if I'm going to sort of do it so they're separate. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on it. If you've got low tack tape, it's probably better. But I'm just using what I've got to hand. So there we go. All right, so if I turn it over, see we've got one now that we can start to look at where this is going to work. Really exciting for this one. So, okay, going to come in with pencil to start with. Got my pencil, tortillon, and oh, did I have my tortillon? Oh, there it is. It's sneaked around the top of the board there. Just there we go, tortillon. Okay, so let's come on in then. Here we go. So first things first, let's put our lines in as before. And you do notice as well that they're all facing the same way. Just thought I'd mention that because we want to make sure, you know, even if I separate them afterwards, they're gonna be easy to put together again. And again, if you've inked a few tiles, you can go for random ones, or you can find something that looks a little bit similar. Entirely up to you. Okay, ready for this then. So I'm going to start here with this one, and let's have a look there. I want to take this curve here, so let's take this one, or shall we go with this one? I'm going to go with this one, and I want to join it here to this point. So notice I'm doing it in pencil. There we go, a little bit of a shape there. So then into this one. Can I just say thank you actually, Rose, we've got your Christmas card this morning, thank you so much. And to Shirley, who sent one, and thank you so much Shirley, you remembered my birthday. Not that it's my birthday yet, but Shirley always remembers my birthday. Okay, so you see what I've done here, look, is I'm following those through. See, this one's a little bit narrower than that one. It gets a little bit narrow as you go down. But there we go. All right, first bit done, easy. So I'm going to leave that for a second. I'm going to come in with the rest of the pencil, I think, just to get us started off. Look at this bit. Remember when we did this? So we can actually extend this out now and create that little bubble shape. So of course we're going to keep that in. That's probably all right actually, it's fine on the top there. That's that one done, easy bit there. And then we've got something going on in the middle here, so let's have a look. I want to come from this point here. There we go, this point. And I'm going to bring it down, sort of aura around here. I want a little bit of a line there, so let's bring that in. Just a little bit of a curve there. I'm going to go around there. Okay. And let's then bring it, so we want to sort of go not halfway, a little bit further down. And in we go with a bit of a curve there too. There we go. Alright. So with that done, I think one more thing, I want to put a little bit of a curve in there as well. You see, just sort of following that on a little bit. Don't need to go right to the end with that. Hello everybody. Exciting this one. Okay, so let's come to this bit here. You see it's sort of working its way along. So I'm going to follow it around. So here's the curve. And it's going to go up and along. Up and along. See? And then this one here into this one there. Remember we've got this one as well, so let's take that one too. Okay, it's not going any further, so we're stopping it at that point. And then I'm going to continue that bubble and put another one in there. See, bubbles at the edges. And there you go, fill that bit in. Look at that, like we planned it. All right, that's so far so good. It's looking okay. So okay, let's bring this one in then, and follow the lines around just as we did before. There you go. And same with this one. There we are. And same with this one. There we go. Okay, don't worry about this other one for now. Let's work on these because we know this is going to continue with that one there. Oh, come on, Jackie, we need you with us. Come on. A little bit each day, and honestly, it won't feel intimidating at all then. I think if we leave it too long and we get too many at once, we don't want to be rushing it or thinking, why did I start this? Oh, I know, can you tell I'm quite excited about this? I love it when they start to join, and even if things don't quite match or something's a bit odd or it's not quite how you expected it, we can always do something with it. You can always add something. Or that's it. There we go. Look at this one. Hi, Viv. Okay. Let's put these little leafy kind of shapes in there. I think this is the first one that we've joined. And then coming back up and out. Remember we did those loops both sides. And the same on this one. The same on this one. So we've not long had lunch. And as you know, it was Tommy's birthday the other day, so he's finally opened his cake. So everybody sat and had a piece of cake this afternoon. Unfortunately, it's not gluten-free, so that's okay though. We can sort that because tomorrow, of course, it's our number 300 tile, so we need cake for that one. Look at this. All right. So let's have a look at this bit here. I'm going to just come in with pencil and let's put some of these little lines in. Okay. Now it is going to go all the way around. So as we know, we've done lines with curves. So that's going to be the same there, look. And that's going to be a bit smaller. And a bit smaller. Oh, let's go over a bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to sort of keep it going. So we've got this kind of a shape going, and that might be a little bit too small, I think. So let's just bring this one and make them a little bit tall. There you go, look. Let's bring that in. And then there. Now I'm sure by now you've sort of got the hang of drawing these because there's a lot of these on the tiles. There we go. There we are. Gonna follow that round, you see? And then any of those little gaps, we're just gonna fill in with a bit of ink. Look at that. Okay, so we know that this design we're gonna put into all of these. So, okay, we need a line there as well, like just splitting those two. And then let's come on in with, I'm going to do all of these ones first. You see this sort of all working their way down, following those lines. There we go, into there. There we go. And then little ones on that outer edge. There you are. And again. Okay. Alright, so that's that bit done. So, I'm going to draw this bit in here because we know, of course, that that's going to work its way around. And that really sort of fits up and around there. And again, I'm not going to put this in with pen just yet because it's going to sort of come off and into this one. Okay, there we are. So then we've got this sort of shape. Let's bring this one in. I'm going to draw it in pen now. Along, stop there and bring this one up. There we go. Okay. Along and in there. And the same there. Okay. And then I like a slightly finer line and a slightly finer line. So we've got those little stripes going on. There you go. Oh, Jackie, that's good. We'll look forward to seeing what you get up to. I think some of you are starting to post your bits and pieces on now, and it's nice to see all the different colours and the variations. And And I've just seen one that the frame's been done this morning, so it looks fantastic. There you go, can't really go much smaller than that. And then into each one again, I'm just going to put those little loops. There we go. Obviously when it gets a little bit smaller, you might not be able to fill in the ink there. There we go. You see how we sort of start in the middle all the time. You're not going to get many more in there. So I'm going to do the same on this side. And you notice as well what I've actually done. I've started on the edge, so if it is going to continue, we can start with a full shape rather than trying to match up a part one. So it's definitely worth starting on that edge there. Okay. And then as before, let's start with that full one. I'm going to leave that one because I can do it when I've got that tile there, which is going to be number 20. So I'm going to have to wait a little while before we can finish that one. Another 12 days. There you go. You can sort of hardly see them, but any little bits, let's just fill them in. Okay, so have a look at that. That's the way it is. And then looking at this sort of shape we've got inside there, I'm going to come and follow the sort of shape of it and work my way around. And sort of keep it a similar distance apart. Or Joanne, colour or no colour? What do you think? There we go. I think it's really nice to, you know, add a little bit of colour. There we go. I'm just working my way along. There we go. And let's keep it going all the way to the bottom there. There we go. So in the middle here, I want to put myself, let's have a little bit of a curve. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then the top one there, I'm going to put a couple little bubbles in. And then if we do a curve this way, look. 1, 2, 3. See, not too wide. Bubbles in the top. So it is tricky with colour, isn't it? It's, do you want to or not? I mean, if you can spare the time, doing two, doing one just monochrome and one in colour would be a good way of doing it. Or you could perhaps just decide to put a pop of colour in. Maybe you could do it all monochrome and then come back in afterwards when it's all together and add a touch of colour. This one here, there's going to be another here, but I think what I'm going to do is just put that in pencil so we can be sure it's going to match up with that next one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, this, well, it depends on how far it goes, but you know, you could put a gem in here. There's all sorts of things you can sort of do with it. So, okay, let's address this little bit here then. So I'm going to come in with pencil just for now, and I'm going to create these little shapes. Remember as before? So there's my first one. So, oh, hang on. Let's rub that out. Start again, Sandra. Okay, let's put my lines in first. There you go. And then that goes over there, see? It goes over there. Oh, goes over there. There you go. You'd think I'd know how to draw them by now, wouldn't you? There we are. Just do it a different way every time. There's another one. You see at the bottom there? I've just sort of put a little bit of a curl on it. And in we go again with that lovely little shape there. So this shape has appeared in every single tile we've done so far. So it'll be interesting to see how it all ties together with that. Now you see here, we've actually got these little shapes. So what we can do now is we can come in and put that fourth one in. You see how it sort of fits on the side there. Now again, yours is going to be a little bit different depending on where it is, what it's doing. Okay, let's have a little look at that. There we go. So we've got a little bit of space, which is probably why I've picked this tile here. There we go. So I'm going to bring my rubber in there, and there we go, adding a little bit clarity to it. There we are. Okay. Alright. Oh, Louise, that's a good idea, yeah, because we've got a bit of colour in here. I think I'm going to do that. And I know I'm shading everything as I go, but you could always sort of remove the shading, a little bit of a rubber, and go in with colour. Colour on the top. You see? But I can't remember last year. See, I think last year I actually used different colour tiles, didn't I? I used more monochrome last year. So maybe coming in with a bit of colour is going to change it up for me a bit. See? There you go. There we are. And then here, I'm going to put some on that inside. Now this is quite close, so I'm not going to go with both sides of that either. Let's go in a little bit more so you can see that there. There we go. And same this side. And this. There we go. And same here. Oh, let's come back in with my pen. Just want to fill in those little bits there. And let's have a little bit out of there. Remember, just little bits on that edge. And a little bit either side of that one. And my bubbles, I've already got some there, but I can get a bit there. I'm just going to add a little bit to either edge. Okay. So, while I'm at the bubbles, let's just soften that off on that one. Here we go, a bit there. And then follow that through. See, this one I didn't take too far out, so I'm not going to go too far out with that one either. I'm going to match it up as best I can. There we go. And a little bit on this. Remember, that's going to need a bit of a highlight in the middle, but I'm not going to do any of the white pencil until I've got it all together. I'm going to put that all together. There we go. And sort of go around. Oh, I need to do a bit in there as well, I think. You see, soften that off. So my pencil, what am I going to do with this? It's going to go here, look. On the, sort of on the top of the bubbles there. There you go. Soften that off there. Now, I'm sure there's quite a few of us that's going to have more than one. But you know what? They're a little bit different, aren't they? And actually doing it this way just means that you can replace a single tile if you need to. Because of course, if you create one and you think it's really, really way out and you're not going to be able to sort of get it to match, you can always redraw it. Or redraw one of the sections in there. Okay, let's have a look. We've got a little bit I've missed there, but that's okay. See, let's have a look what's going on here. Rose, yes, I will definitely. I'll show you exactly where I'm going to be putting the white, but I'm going to do it at the end. So that's sort of one of the last things we do. Okay, so I'm going to bring some of these lines down again. And then you're not really going to see them because they're slightly underneath here anyway. Perhaps just going to see this one here. There we go. Nearly forgot that bit. So let's join that onto there. And there. See how they sort of going underneath, but this one, you're just going to see that bit there. And then let's just do this one. And then as before, we can now, see again, I'm going to just put that one in pencil. Just in case. We know it's going to be there. And then these ones, I can draw across the whole thing now. Put those little shapes in. So join them together there. You see, each time, look, it's sort of following down. And they're building it up there. And this one. And then a little one there. There it is. Little bits again, just on the side of those. Maybe I'll do that side as well. There we go. And then just soften it off. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look at that. There we go. See, look how that works. It's coming around here and this one's following in here. This one's going to go off to do its own thing. And then this, of course, we've got this little bit joining in. So, yeah, really happy with that one. I think that's worked really well. Who knows what's going to happen both sides of those. Of course, we've still got this top bit. But that's our first sort of row. And let's have a look. We've got number 2, see, number 8 and then number 4 all together. So that one is going to, yeah, it's going to be the first part. So there we go, tile number 8. And of course, we're looking at tile number 9 tomorrow. And it's also going to be tile 300 of our Advent tile and our Advent tiles, our regular tiles tomorrow. Goodness me. And another little heads up, if you were after pastel pencils and you didn't get them last time, I'm going to put them on the website today at some point because we've managed to get a few more in stock. So just in case you needed them. All right, enjoy this one, have fun with it, and look forward to seeing your sort of your work in progress. So take care, everybody. Bye.